You're a hard-nosed businessman. Even if Qatar isn't asking for anything in return now for the jet, I mean, that's a bill that could come due. Nobody in the Middle East gives things just to, or anywhere in the world, just gives a $400 million jet just to be nice.
Well, I don't know, Jake. The French gave us the Statue of Liberty. The British gave us the Resolute desk. I'm not sure they asked for anything in advance. And the more important airplane deal was there's $100 billion of orders from Qatari Airlines to Boeing. Kelly Ortberg, the CEO of Boeing, was with us in the Middle East. This is the biggest order in the company's history. So, I think that plane deal is much more important than this other one.
Dale Jackson here for Yellowhammer Now, and we are still talking about this stupid plane from Qatar. And I'll admit, the first time I heard about it, I said, they're going to give Donald Trump a plane? Yeah, there's something wrong with that. But the more information came out, the more obvious it became that the whole story was not being told. Yet, they're still freaking out about this today. Over a week ago, Tommy Tuberville laid this out very clear on the floor of the United States Senate. Here's what he had to say.
As usual, my Democratic colleagues are losing their mind over the situation. But let's just talk about the facts. First of all, this is not a done deal. It's not happened yet. It's all talk. But if reports are accurate, the government of Qatar is considering gifting the United States Department of Defense an American-made Boeing 747. I'll repeat that, an American-made Boeing 747 plane for temporary use as Air Force One. It is not for the president's personal use, and he will not be using it after he leaves office. It is customary and totally normal for foreign countries to give our government gifts. The DOJ has already said that this does not violate any law.
Now, we'll come back to what Tommy Tuberville had to say here in just a quick second, but understand this. They are attempting anything they can to distract the American people from what's going on in this country. You can talk about the big, beautiful bill. You can talk about Biden's failures. You can talk about all this stuff. They want something that they can grab onto and repeat over and over and over again, like Russian collusion, like the phone call to Ukraine. Oh, that's right, the phone call to Ukraine. Tommy Tuberville thinks that's exactly what they're doing here.
Democrats are rudderless right now. They're looking for something to hang their hat on. They see that President Trump has done more than 4 months and President Biden did in 4 years. So they want to make a plane gift from Qatar the next so-called perfect phone call to my Democratic colleagues. Instead of wasting our time objecting every time President Trump breathes, maybe you should get outside of D.C. and go connect with the American people.
The phoniness of the latest outrage will only be surpassed by the phoniness of the next outrage when this goes nowhere. The American people don't care that Qatar is going to gift the Defense Department an airplane. And if they explained it to the American people like that, there would be no story here. That's why the American media that continues to lie about Joe Biden and whatever his latest ailment is and how long they've known about it. Now, the American people would not give a hot damn about an airplane being given. Now, the American people would not care one bit about an airplane being given to the United States Department of Defense by Qatar if they were told that's exactly what's happening. That's the reason they don't tell them. Lies and lies by omission. That's what the American media does. Whether we are talking, like I said before, about the phone call, whether we are talking about Joe Biden, and no, not the time they lied about his mental health, the time they're now lying about his physical health. Whatever they're lying about, whatever the outrage of the moment is, deporting a Maryland man. Yes, that's a thing that they're upset about. Dumping stuff into a koi pond. They were mad about that. Whatever is happening at this particular moment is the worst thing that has ever happened. They have to keep the outrage machine going because they have absolutely nothing to offer the American people. It's nice to see Tommy Tuberville calling that out. It's sad that he did that a week ago and the fake news story continues.